moved by this? Would just be honest.
You know, it's so important what he's saying.
It comes down to people, right?
Well, it does.
Human connection.
The reality is, look, we talk about what we do, and it often sounds kind of high and mighty, as though, you know, we know what we want, and you either like it or you don't like it. And that's not really what makes what we do matter. What makes what we do matter is when it's a communication that lands. And in order for the communication to be really pure and honest, it does have to come from your heart and your mind and your sense of right and wrong and all of those things. But it is a communication, and we have customers too.
Absolutely.
And we're not crass about it. We're trying to connect to their minds and hearts. It's not, but it is transactional. We are sharing something of ourselves, and we do hope that our viewers, you know, are our customers and will appreciate, you know, what we have to offer.
I mean, we talk about that. It's capturing hearts and minds. It's making a human connection. It really is such a game changer. All right, should we look at another movie clip? Because it takes a village to put them on, but let's take a scene that had a lot of great collaboration to put it through. The Formula One racers of Rush. Take a look.
I'm the director on
Now because I've been trying to look at it from the musical score and the sound engineers and the shots you take. Just I've been a little bit more attuned to it, and really the layers are almost numberless.
Well, this was a pivotal moment, a little bit like in Apollo 13, you know, with the tanks blew. This is Niki Lauda's epic crash that nearly killed him, and yet it's the crash that he recovered from and made this heroic comeback. We lost Niki this last year, so it's very emotional for me to watch that, actually. But we became friends. But this sequence was so vitally important to the movie, and it went through an unbelievable period of transformation. Musically, editorially, there was an exchange of ideas. When I watched it, Dan Hanley and Mike Hill won a BAFTA for editing this. The ideas kept shifting. So we had the dream, we want to recreate this crash in the most authentic way. That was the beginning of the dream.
Again, you're going up against history, you've got to do it by expression, right? And make it relevant.
Well, it's in how do you get into the character's mind? How do you get into his heart and soul? And that's what evolved. And musically, you got the idea of the voices. And when he had the idea of the voices, that led us to think, well, then we should go into a more dreamlike idea that's anticipating the crash, that suggests that somehow in this moment, right before this happens, something is wrong. Something, you know, history is going to change the direction of this man's life, and it led to. But this I can't tell you how much this sequence transformed from the time we shot it through the time we released the movie with all the same materials.
Yeah.
It was that process of keep moving it an inch here and an inch there.
I think we worked on this half a year.
Yes, we did. We did.
You know, and there was, I mean, to me, and I know it was the same for you, because Niki Lauda was around, and it felt very important to
Do it
honor
right.
and be honorable. I
Yes.
mean, you know, I don't know if you know, I mean, looking at the color films now, today we lost, he was a great friend of mine, Alexei Levanov, who was the first man to walk in space.
Yes.
Who was like Nicky. I mean, they were very similar. Real characters, amazing sense of humor, crazy. You know what I mean? Fearless beyond anything, and at the same time, Superman.
It sounds like with this scene that we just saw, you employed the what else question again and again, which I think is a lesson for everyone in this room. What else? What next? What more?
How can we be better? How can this maximize itself? And you can't go on forever. You have to collaborate, and you eventually have to leave.
Our new skin partners in this room collaborate like you can't believe. They collaborate across borders and within their own households and families. And they're pretty good, but we can't say enough about the power of how many different ideas and collaborators it takes to really find success. And it sounds like you're exactly the same.
But don't you think it's, you guys do what we guys do, in a way. You have a story that you want to tell, right? And it doesn't matter if it's about spaceships or if it's about cars or whatever it is. This is the story you're going to dedicate your life to telling. And I don't know, we have talked about this. I remember you came to me after Frost Nixon to give me a big fatherly talk about how I should take a break and I should slow down and all this stuff. And I think it ended with me going, why are you in Los Angeles then? Because you couldn't stop by it, right? This idea that we are on a mission. Our mission is we're trying to tell this story now. We're trying to do this, and in a peculiar way, everything is personal.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes. And every story can matter. It doesn't matter the tone, it doesn't matter the genre. It can be a silly Saturday morning cartoon, or it can be the most serious drama. But the ideas that get expressed, the themes that get expressed, they can matter. You never know when a story is going to matter. One time our family was having a kind of a fight. When my kids were teenagers, there was one of those ugly moments where just no one was communicating well. There just happened to be a rerun of an old, silly situation comedy on TV. And the dumbest kind of, middle of the road show as you can imagine. But you know what? They were absolutely talking about our issue.
Right.
And they were doing it in fun, but they also did it with heart. They did it the way a television comedy does it. But you know what? It mattered to us that night because those artists cared to make that show deliver that message. And they did it well enough that it was seen by millions, and one of the millions, it really mattered.
Well, hang on. You did make, I think, one of the most profound and important films about life, and that's parenthood.
Oh.
I mean, you know that it's one thing that constantly
Right. We're running out of time, but I wanted to show another clip because this clip is one of my favorites. Let's run this next one and talk about creating our own masterwork. fun to see. And you know what, to your point, it's an animated film, and yet the lessons, that movie is replete with life lessons. It's just amazing. So when we, as humans, are doing whatever, whatever line of work or whatever we're doing in our life, we want what we do to matter, right? How do we do that?
Well, I got three tiny things to tell you about this. I didn't want to do this film. I didn't want to do a cartoon. But I had at the time, 6-year-old daughter, and as all dads, maybe not you, I wanted to show off to my daughter, and I could never take her to
That's not a bad reason, Mom.
I never could take her to a Tony Scott bloodbath. I mean, so that wasn't a premiere I could take my daughter to. So I said, okay, I'll do this, but it's definitely not going to be a musical because I hate musicals. They go, no, we guarantee you it'll never be a musical. All right, so we did this, and as I started working on it, I suddenly realized it wasn't just frivolous. It was about the death of a father, and my father had died when I was 6 years old. And I don't think it, whatever a psychologist will tell you, children do not know how to cope with the death of a father. They know how to lock it away, they know how to pretend. So for the first time, I had to actually go and confront what had happened to me and write truly. I mean, this is a very serious score. You know, I wrote truly from a painful experience. And then when we redid it just recently, it was, you know, we had a royal premiere with Prince Harry, etc. So it was the hottest ticket in town, and Disney sent me over 8 tickets, and I sent 6 of those tickets back. I just kept 2, and I just took my daughter, and it was just a father-daughter night. Because that's what
that matters the most. Yes. Thank you for sharing that personal story with us.
And actually, just one other thing. Tonight, the band you're going to see is every single one of them has played on the Lion King. So you're seeing the real thing.
To answer your question, you know, we keep coming back to collaboration. And while we sort of hold ourselves up as artists with an individual point of view, the execution of it, the realization of the dream, always depends on a lot of people. But sometimes I learned early on in my directing career that you had to earn that. It wasn't always given to you, that respect, that spirit of collaboration. Early in my life, I was 25 years old. I was directing, it was my third film, and it starred a screen legend. Betty Davis was the star of this television.
Legend.
And at this point, she was like 75 years old, still smoking those filterless Camels, and probably still pounding a few drinks at night, but a real pro. And she did not like that this young guy from television was directing. She liked her part. She wanted to do the movie, but she just did not trust me and did not really respect me. I was talking to her on the phone and, you know, discussing some things and some differences of opinion, you know, about things she wanted, things that I wanted, and sort of negotiating these things. And finally, she said, all right, Mr. Howard, well, I guess I'll see you on the set. And I said, well, by the way, Miss Davis, please feel free to call me Ron. And she said, no, I will call you Mr. Howard until I decide whether I like you or not. And slammed the phone down. So, I don't know what to do. I went to my father, who was a long-time actor, character actor, and he said, well, all the great actors, they need to be led, they need to be directed. Don't be afraid, you do have to lead. It's great to listen to her, but you have to have that courage. So, first day of filming, I go up to give her a direction, and she bursts out laughing in front of the entire crew. She goes, ha 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 ha! I don't know if you know Betty Davis, but she had this big laugh. Ha 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 ha! And she said, oh, I saw this child walking up to me, and I just had to wonder, what if any consequence could this child have to say to me? Ha 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 ha! So the whole crew heard, and I went ha 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 too, and gave her the direction, and I went back and started popping tongues. Now my stomach was really killing me. We went through the day, and I just kept working with her. And finally at one point, I gave her a direction. I said, I think you should leave the scene here and turn there. And I was very, very specific and very strong about it. And she said, I'll try it. I don't agree, but I'll try it. She did it. And halfway through it, she said, you're right. That works. I'll do it that way. We did it that way. We went through the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I said, well, Miss Davis, thank you. Great day. I'll see you tomorrow. And she said, okay, Ron, see you tomorrow. And she patted me on the ass. And so I had learned a relationship that day and to collaborate with one of the great giants, Betty Davis, but I realized that sometimes it takes tenacity and you have to be fearless about your engagement, and don't let intimidation stop you from the dream.
Absolutely. Don't let intimidation, don't let fear ever stop you, right? Well, we've talked a little bit about dreaming big, about how to make that dream become a reality and bring it to life, on the importance of collaboration. That's certainly been threaded through this entire discussion, and how to really create a masterwork. And I really want to end on that. We've had these incredible careers, and if you could just share and impart a little of your wisdom from the years that you've spent in your respective careers about the importance of creating that masterwork, we'd love that.
Okay, I'll start. You know, it's really the sum total of all that we've been talking about today, and it is having the idea, it's sharing the idea, it's having the courage to move forward and execute, to recognize mistakes, backtrack, and carry on, and make the tough decisions at various turning points. And you don't know whether you're going to make a masterpiece. That's the bottom line. I think you have to be engaged in the project that whatever it is that you believe in, because of the process, because you love it, because you believe in it, and you think this is what you want to do with your time on the planet. And I think if you're diligent, I think if you're passionate, I think if you're pure, some of the work you're going to do is going to be remarkable, and people are going to notice it, and it will matter to you and to others. And that's the hope. Sometimes it won't, but hopefully the ones that people remember are the moments where things.
Maybe it's the sum total, like you said, and it's when you look back over your shoulder that you say, that worked.
Yeah.
Hans, what about you?
Well, to be really honest, I just don't know what else to do. This is what I do. This is what always interested me. This is what, honestly, you do not want to employ me in any other capacity, because it will be a disaster. No, but it is ultimately this. It is what Ron said. How do we spend the seconds of our life ticking away? We can either spend them in conversation, which is what he and I do frequently, and the conversation is always the same. It's how can we create something? How can we make something better? How can we tell a story that has, in a surprising way? You know, how can we create?
Yeah, how can we not copy?
Yeah.
How can we innovate?
Put a fresh take on things.
And
Yeah.
always, because you know, I don't know, there's some figure that there are 35 stories never been told.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't believe that. What I want to do is I want to have the experience that I then share with other people and give them the experience. Again, you know, Doris is vital to me.
Absolutely.
You know, and the honor that I have, the great thing that the two of us sit around and we talk about how we're going to go and crack this storytelling puzzle. Because once we crack the storytelling puzzle, it will mean something to someone. And to just,
We have
for a
learned so
moment,
much
give
from
meaning.
you. We've learned to dream. We've learned to work really hard. And we're all going to ask, what else? What more? How different? Can I move this just a little bit? And maybe step up and be our very best to discover our best selves in New Skin. Ron Howard and Hans Zimmer, what a great honor it's been to have you on our stage this morning. Thank you so much for reminding us to be better storytellers and how to ignite our dreams. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Everybody cheer.
come on.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, are you all feeling inspired? Come on up, founders. We got a little tonight.
Oh.
We have something that I need to know. Come on, here are three people that understand exactly what these two taught us today. They are dreamers, they're hard workers, they have brought their dreams to reality. First founder, again, Skeleton, Blake Brody, and Steve Lund.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I respect you, I'm going to call you Ron and Hans. You can call me What's Your Face.
Ron, you might want to tell him to keep his hands to himself.
Thank you for sharing your story. You taught perfectly the things that we're trying to teach this morning, from vision to reality, and at the same time you taught sort of genius combined with humility. Thank you for your example.
Thank you. Our people here bring something of the genius, and you bring your craft to their craft. And so we would like to introduce you to your peers in a sense. Ladies and gentlemen, could you thank this amazing duo? Very generous group of people. You may have heard of some of what they do, but this room full of people and their friends have donated over 650 million meals, mostly to AIDS orphans in sub-Saharan Africa. Amazing people. And so every year, as part of our philanthropic initiative, we always have a Force for Good Foundation event, an auction here in association with this kind of convention. And so this year we did this thing. Your generosity helped contribute to what we were able to accomplish. But we raised over $651,000 that night at that convention. Other events going on here where people do various things. In total, we've raised over $1.5 million towards that event. So thank you for helping us.
Congratulations.
And I think that we have you guys to thank, because honestly, the two things that you donated, one of which was this movie, and it says on it, we're all storytellers. I've never done that. My first time ever. And Hans, thank you for donating that beautiful guitar.
Very welcome.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh.
Because it really helped boost our donation. And speaking of that, custom made, signed by, and actually played by Hans. And thank you to our very generous donor for that.
The new skin entrepreneur who bid the highest bid for these amounts was invited to a special backstage experience with Ron and with Blake and Sandy and I in a few minutes here. But we'd like to bring them out now to receive these amazing auction items. Let's bring them on out.
So please give a big round of applause to this generous auction winner, Meow Sin.
포스트오브 할 때 저거 경매는
Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you.
Don't walk out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. All of us are very excited for what we get to hear this evening, when we'll get to hear from Hans performing his magic, his genius. And we're very grateful that you would come and be with us. What a pleasure.
Right, now here's a sneak peek. In addition to many other compositions, Hans' orchestra is going to be playing his Oscar-winning theme from The Lion King tonight. Here, you get in there and I'll take it. Come on.
Yes,
There we go.
Okay.
We're taking this opportunity to get our picture.
How's it fun?
Mike, you give a little stage. Ron, your hat, tip your hat and come back just a little bit more, please. A little broader smile, okay.
Are you directing this stuff?